more information as it comes into the Fox 5 newsroom. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 Local News at 5. Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
This is Fox 5 Local News at 6.
Dig, if you will, the picture.
A music legend has died.
I gave you diamonds and pearls.
Prince Rogers Nelson, gone at 57. The iconic singer and musician churned out a ton of hits and racked up 7 Grammys. Tonight, fans are remembering one of the greatest performers of all time.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Jim Lokay.
And I'm Sarah Simmons. Sean has a night off. Tony is on assignment. And we have breaking news tonight involving the search for that missing Fairfax County firefighter. But first, the nation is mourning the loss of the musical genius Prince. His body was discovered at his Paisley Park estate in Minnesota early this morning. The singer, whose full name, Prince Rogers Nelson, had a medical emergency on April 15th. That forced his private jet to make an emergency landing in Illinois. But he appeared at a concert the next day to assure his fans that he was okay. It was rumored Prince was battling the flu. He, of course, was a music legend and sold more than 100 million records during his career. He won the Academy Award for Best Original Song Score for Purple Rain in 1985.
And tonight, Fox's Ted Howler is live at Paisley Park, where fans are reacting to the news tonight of Prince's passing. Ted, good evening.
Good evening to both of you. Quiet, subdued mood here. Most people just staring at Paisley Park from across the street, taking pictures. The way people seem to be best paying tribute right now is showing up with flowers, most often purple flowers, appropriately for the purple one. You can see on the fence that surrounds Paisley Park here. Also saw an artist here painting a beautiful big painting of Prince, saying, you know, Prince cannot make art no longer, so this man is. For people who aren't from this area, who haven't been in Minnesota, this is a unique place. It's a small compound. It's where Prince would sometimes live. It's where he would record his albums. It's where he would have concerts. Others would have concerts here. And it's also where he would invite community members, strangers, sometimes by text, by Twitter, by email, and invite them to these late night parties here. He had one of those parties Saturday night. That was the day after his plane made that emergency landing in Illinois, and people became concerned with Prince's health. I talked to people who were here Saturday night. They said he seemed himself. He performed a little bit, but he's Prince. He's mysterious. You never know quite exactly what's going on, but it's why the people who are here today who knew Prince and were following him closely last few days are quite shocked and quite surprised by this news. Back to you.
Ted Howler, thank you so much. Closer to home now, Prince fans in the D.C. area are mourning the death of Prince.
Right now, legendary radio host Donnie Simpson is filling the airwaves with some of Prince's greatest hits, and Tony Perkins is there live tonight at Magic 102.3 as the two remember the pioneer, the musician, and the artist we knew as Prince. Hey, Tony.
That's exactly, Jim, what he was, a pioneer, a true artist who leaves an amazing musical legacy. You mentioned Donnie and the team here playing his greatest hits. It's much more than the greatest hits, going deep into his catalog now. Here's Donnie Simpson now, and we talked a little bit earlier about the impact that this death is having on people. But first, let me ask you a little bit about his musical legacy. What do you think it's going to be?
Well, you know, Prince was so different. You know, he was a guy who dared to be well, I shouldn't say dared to be different because it makes it sound like there was effort. You know, he was him. Mm-hmm. He was just different, you know, and didn't care what you felt about it. You know, wears, you know, with the high heel shoes and the pants with the clear butt panels. You know, I mean, who does that? Right. Prince. But, you know, his musical legacy, you know, was one of just a guy who did his thing. You know, it was rock and roll. It was R&B. It was, you know, wow. I remember him telling me once that he started me listening to the Talking Heads
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was telling me that's all they listened to on his tour bus was Talking Heads, David Byrne and Talking Heads. That's our first time I ever heard of him, because he loved music,
He was into everything, and the thing about him that always struck me was he pulled, you just mentioned it, pulled from so many different sources that R&B, that call and response R&B, if you go way back. Obviously the high falsetto, love songs and all that, rock, pop, a little bit of jazz fusion, but he twirled it all around and made it his own.
Yeah, he made it all. It all fit. I mean, well, and it should. It's music. It all fit to him in his head. And when you would go to a Prince concert, there's no telling what he might play.
Yep.
I mean, it's like Bruce Springsteen. Yep. Bruce may play some old Motown, or Prince was the same way. And just so about his music, Prince would go do a 2-hour sound check, then do the concert, and then go play in the hotel lobby for 2 hours. Whole band. I always felt like that had to be the best and worst job in the world would be to have to work for Bruce or Prince. That is great because you're working with the best there is.
Yep.
But you got to work all night.
All night, and you got to know everything.
You got to know everything, right? Every song ever recorded, you better know it. Because he may call, let's do first, I'll look at the purse. Okay.
Apparently, in his last performance Thursday night in Atlanta, he was doing covers, including as well as his own songs. And one of them was, I think they said, Waiting in Vain, the Bob Marley song.
Really? Yeah. I love that song. One of my favorite lyrics ever. Don't talk to me if you think I'm dumb. It's so easy. If you feel that way about me, then just don't talk to me. I love that.
Me too.
One night he was here in D.C. This was at the Warner Theater where he was doing little small places. And he did Tighten Up, Archie Bell and the Drells.
Yeah.
But it was such a cool moment for me because he's grooving a band's jam and he goes, ain't nothing but a BET party, baby, when Donnie Simpson's in the house. Ain't nothing but a BET. And he repeated it. I was like, yeah! Prince knows me.
Well, we're going to talk more about some of those personal memories later on tonight on the news at 10. Thank you very much.
Man,
Appreciate
thank you, man. Thanks for honoring him the way you guys are.
Oh, have to. A giant. Donnie Simpson. Jim, Sarah, back to you.
Yeah, Donnie and Tony doing exactly what all of us are doing across the city today, just really loving these memories of Prince through his music, and they're celebrating his life and legacy. We appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, Fox 5 Sarah Fraser is live at the WPGZ studios. And Sarah, this isn't a wake over there tonight. They're actually calling this a party for Prince.
Yeah, Jim and Sarah, it is a party for Prince, and I'm here with the PGC family and Joe Claire, the morning man himself. Joe is such a huge Prince fan, which I realized today. This has been such an emotional day for you, although it has a real tribute feel here.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're holding up. How you doing?
I mean, I'm holding up. It's not going to kill me, but it hurts. It's one of those devastating blows. It hurts. Yeah, Prince, not Prince. There's come a whole bunch of other people could have gone except for Prince. Prince gone today? I'm like, nah. So it just really hurts. But we're here. We're celebrating the music. We're celebrating his life, and I'm sure that's what he would want it. But it still don't feel good.
I know. And tell me this, because you know everything about Prince. What was your favorite Prince song?
It's too many to name. But I'm going to go ahead and say Another Lonely Christmas is up there at the top. Around the World in a Day is up there. I Would Die for You, which he's playing right now. You Need Another Hole in Your Head. You Need Another Hole in Your Head. Computer Blue. God, there's so many I couldn't name.
On and on.
There's so many I could just name. I could just keep going on about my favorite Prince songs, but it's just like each one is different. I mean, Lady Cab Driver. I mean, Irresistible Beat.
Well, you've been kind enough to have fans down here of PGC and of Prince. Tell me, you actually said that at one point you could memorize, you knew all the words to Purple Rain, the movie. Is that right?
Yes. That's the only movie that I know of, and I'm not a movie watcher, but I watched that movie, and I know it back and forth and back. Me and my little sister, we watched it every day.
Well, we are having a party down here, a tribute party at WPGC in Southeast DC. They're going to be partying all night. Comedy show tonight. It is still open. You can come down, celebrate the life of Prince. And free. Totally free. Jim and Sarah, back to you.
All right. Sarah, thank you very much. Hey, our coverage of the death of Prince continues throughout the show. And just ahead, we'll take a look at how people are remembering him on social media tonight. You can always find updates online at fox5dc.com, Twitter and Facebook. And when we come back, we will have some breaking news for you.
News at 6 coming back right after this. Welcome back. We have breaking news right now coming to us from Fairfax County, where a body has been found near the area where police are searching for missing firefighter Nicole Mittendorf. Fox 5's Jennifer Davis is live with the very latest for us tonight. Jennifer, what can you tell us?
Hi there. I'm at Fairfax County Police and Fire Headquarters. That's the building right behind me. And certainly this is sobering news, although there is not official confirmation yet, we should say, that this is the body of Nicole Mittendorf that has been found. But we do know that remains were found in the area where the search for her has been focused. She was last heard from 8 days ago. She, of course, a Fairfax County firefighter. Now, the word that we are getting is that remains were located in the Shenandoah National Park and that the search for Mittendorf has now been suspended, although they are stopping short of saying that they have officially found her. The remains, though, of a female were found within park property. This happened about 2 o'clock this afternoon. National Park Service and Virginia State Police are the ones who made the discovery. They apparently found the body in a remote location that they say was more than 1 mile from the White Oak Canyon parking area and about 330 yards from the trail in what they described as treacherous and rocky terrain. Now, officials are still processing the scene. Again, this is breaking news just coming in. We do expect a press conference from officials about 7:30 this evening when we will learn more, but certainly sad and sobering news and not the direction that people who have been searching for Nicole Mittendorf had been hoping for. Back to you guys.
Jennifer Davis, thank you very much. We'll keep you posted on that story. In the meantime, stay tuned because we'll be right back.
We are getting close to the end of the school year, but for some D.C. students, their schedule is about to change.
Indeed, it involves 2 high schools and the times the kids get dismissed in the afternoon. Fox 5's Bob Barnard is in Northeast with that story.
This is a situation involving students at nearby McKinley Tech and Dunbar high schools who after school have been fighting here at the Noma-Gallaudet metro station. Most recently, right here last Monday, an incident caught in a photograph. This was after school last Monday. About 100 students were told, 10 police cars involved, 2 ambulances. It started at a nearby fast food restaurant and then spilled over here to the metro station. This is apparently a long-standing rivalry between students at the 2 schools. DCPS says now they're trying to break things up by starting next Monday, splitting the dismissal times. Starting next Monday, students at McKinley Tech will get out at 3:05, Dunbar students at 3:25. They'll start early or later with those new dismissal times. In a statement to Fox 5 News, DCPS spokesperson Michelle Lerner says a staggered timing will allow a 20-minute gap between dismissals, which will mean fewer students heading to the metro station at the same time. We are committed, she says, to fostering a learning environment where students feel safe and secure both in school and to and from school. Here's some reaction this morning from some McKinley Tech students.
I don't know if it'd be much of a difference if it's 10 minutes late. Some people usually stay after school probably around that 10-minute time. So I feel like it wouldn't make too much of a difference.
I think it's smart because, like, it is kind of like a lot of kids here at the same time. From what they told us, it's because it's a lot of kids at the station at the same time.
And sometimes they fight.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, like, is it upsetting to, like, when you're just kids going home and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, other kids have said there's really no reason, it just kind of has been this rivalry thing. What's...
Especially, like, when it's, like, your friends and you don't want to, like, see them hurt or anything because anything could happen. It could be really upsetting, but it's just, like, crazy how everything just go down.
And what do you think about them changing the dismissal times?
I think it's good, but then again, anything could still happen.
Of course, there's no telling whether changing the dismissal times will have an impact, but DCPS says they're trying to do something. Back into you guys.
All right, Bob, thank you.
All right, let's change gears. We've had a lot of heady stories tonight talking about Prince, but
absolutely.
now we have Sue here with a look at another gorgeous day. Hey, Sue.
Hey there, Jim and Sarah, and you can see that the clouds are beginning to increase. Still dry out there, but I think it's appropriate on this very sad day as we honor the memory of Prince that our headline includes a little bit of rain, and we're going to call it purple rain for tomorrow. It's not a lot, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder, probably not a washout, but at least it's a little something because we actually have been very dry lately, and we have that brush fire in the Shenandoah that we'd like to see get a little help from Mother Nature. We did get on the warm side today, though, getting up to 76 degrees, 75 for Dulles and BWI, 76 degrees. We're going to have another warm one tomorrow, and it's certainly very comfortable out there tonight. Where you've had a little rain here and there, temperature dropped briefly down into the upper 60s, but it's bounced right back up, and most of the rain we're seeing tonight has been well out to the west. D.C. still at 74 degrees. Just saw a couple of the eastern shore communities, Stevensville and Cambridge, click down to 68 degrees. But bottom line, it's going to be very mild tonight. We have had a couple of showers, not much locally, but when you get out along Interstate 81, these slow-moving showers working their way up from Winchester along 81, producing a little bit of lightning and some badly needed downpours for the very dry Shenandoah Valley area. Those may work their way up toward Martinsburg, but there won't be a lot of rain with that tonight. A little bit more tomorrow. We'll be watching this batch collecting along a frontal boundary that will gradually move in our direction. But right now, I would say the better chance of seeing a few scattered showers and a rumble of thunder might be in the afternoon as the frontal boundary slowly moves in this direction. So we'll certainly have some clouds. Keep the rain gear handy. Hit or miss showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. Better chance of a rumble will likely be down to our south tomorrow. So for the short term, I didn't even put any showers in the forecast for us here locally, but do keep in mind Winchester and areas out along Interstate 81, either side of it, you could still have a quick shower and maybe a rumble of thunder tonight. We'll be about 73 at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 71, and by the time we get to 11 o'clock, still pretty comfortable at 69 degrees. So not going to be a cold night tonight. Our frontal boundary approaching, though, will have it looking like it wants to rain during the day tomorrow. And showers and thunderstorm, again, scattered throughout the day. We'll take you through the hour by hour, and you can see that it is doing a pretty good job of finding some of those showers out to our west tonight. Mostly dry overnight, a few showers tomorrow morning. We do have our Fox 5 Rocks concert series at Farragut Square North. It looks like we should be dry, but because there will be a couple of showers here and there, I would take rain gear just to be on the safe side. But we're optimistic that the bulk of any rain we see tomorrow will likely be in the afternoon, might bog down your Friday evening plans just a little bit. And it's possible, according to Futurecast, that a few of these showers linger into the first part of Saturday morning, but we think that might be just taking a little too long to clear it on out. Bulk of the weekend looks like it's going to be dry. So for tonight, we'll just keep it cloudy, certainly on the mild side with a temperature of 62 degrees. And you can see all the clouds there on our Futurecast. Temperature tomorrow about 78 degrees, a warm and rather humid wind direction out of the southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Fox 5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast looking like a great weekend. And even if we do start with a few clouds and maybe a leftover shower on Saturday, the bulk of the weekend will be dry. Looks like we're going to be very warm on Monday with a temperature of 86 degrees. And by the time we get to Tuesday with another few chances of showers possible, we're still near 80, a little cooler for Wednesday and Thursday. Feeling like a May forecast, although we could sure use a little bit more rain. Sarah, Jim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Sue. Fans, of course, mourning the loss of a legend tonight. Artist and icon Prince was found dead at his home in Minnesota.
And as we look back at his life and legacy, we asked Prince fans in D.C. to name their favorite Prince song. Tough choice. There's so many hits out there.
There were several of them, but probably the most memorable one is When Doves Fly.
Purple Rain. Purple Rain was during my era in undergraduate school, and I tell you, it was one of my favorite songs. Believe it or not, people used to say I looked like Prince when I was younger with no mustache. but he was a great guy, and we're going to miss him a whole lot.
It's a legend that died. I got a chance to see a legend.
And of course, yeah, he definitely was. The reactions were spreading across social media. Here's when Prince will be the one in heaven riding on the purple cloud with all the angels dancing to his groove.
And a blue squirrel here. Heaven will be purple tonight. R.I.P. Prince, absolutely.
Audrey says, I'm absolutely crushed. Prince, you've been one of my musical idols my whole life and always will be. Thank you for the music.
And trust none, when Prince sang Purple Rain at the Super Bowl and it started raining, I knew he was a legend.
And Billboard said that was the best halftime show of all time.
Imagine.
What a huge loss to the music industry and humanity as a whole. A harsh reminder that life is short, so make the most of it.
Thank you so much for sending in your tweets and continue to send us. I want to know where people were at when they partied like it was 1999.
Right.
Where were you in 1999? Like, before it turned 2000? I always remember like where I was at that time. I was working in the business, but I love that song, and there's so many.
My sense is, first of all, I didn't realize he was 57. He looked so
Yes.
young. Gone too soon, and I wish I would have appreciated him more while we had him. Of course, now
I know.
everything's going to blow up, and I will regret that I didn't make a bigger deal out of him while we had him.
I know, and it seems like we do that sometimes. We don't cherish the people that we have until they're gone, or the music legends, and we really start to remember them.
And you think about when we lost Michael Jackson. I mean, the last decade of his life, it was dominated by bad headlines. Prince was controversial, but you didn't hear him in much of a controversial light.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
he remained sort of mysterious.
Yes.
We didn't get enough sightings of him, and when he did come out, it was a big deal.
It was a huge
Oh, absolutely.
deal.
Right.
All right. Also, we've got this coming up.
Yep, our Fox 5 Street Concert Series tomorrow morning, Farragut Square Park, with a special tribute to Prince from Secret Society. They played all over the DMV, and they'll play some of their original music, and some of their favorite Prince songs. Wisdom Martin and Allison Seymour hosting the show. Kevin McCarthy will be there too. It is all free tomorrow morning, Farragut Square Park, starting on Fox News Morning come Purple Rain or Shine.
And Sue, you wore your purple dress just for the occasion, right?
I was wearing dark blue today, and I said, gotta wear some purple and have a little rain in the forecast.
I know. All right. We'll be right back.
Your world at the speed of Twitter. Follow Fox 5 at Fox 5 DC.
I never meant to cause you any problems. Y'all clap along. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Ben's Chili Bowl there.
Sing it.
Purple
Yeah.
rain, purple rain. We love you, Prince.
Yes, we do.
Purple rain, rain.
That's great. Everybody gathering down there, tribute to Prince. He's just an amazing talent.
She had there too.
She really did. And I said, we'll never look at rain the same way, especially if we see a little bit tomorrow.
I know.
Everybody will see purple.
The Minnesota Twins, they were out of town, but they had posted a picture. They lit their ballpark up in purple, and it was raining. And on the scoreboard, "Good night, sweet Prince." So they're remembering him in his hometown, that's for sure.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And,
It is.
and we're, TMZ, we were talking about broke the news, and we're waiting to get an update. They say they have additional information they're hoping to post soon. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll learn more here in a little bit tonight. All right. That's the latest here on Fox 5 Local News at 6.
And obviously, we have news out of Shenandoah National Park. We'll keep you
Yeah.
posted on fox5dc.com, as well as our mobile apps in the meantime. You can check us out anytime online, and as mentioned, TMZ is next, which obviously much more on the passing of Prince. We are back here at 10 o'clock. Tony will be back here with you for 10 and 11. Still have the weather, and we'll keep an eye on sports for you.
All right. Have a
Grab
good
an
night.
umbrella for tomorrow,
Yeah,
too.
good call.
Purple rain.